Take your seat. Who would not have a piece of this now? But see, I know when it wasn't but a little piece. We'll announce a brief text and we'll preach a little history. See, you elected me to be the presiding bishop. And you don't never hear me talk a whole lot about my mama and my sister and my brother. Church of God in Christ elected me as one of his leaders. And I'm just as happy as I can be. I had 30 men yesterday in Mississippi doing landscaping at our school. Some bishops involved. This week we also turned over $100,000 from Bishop Mason's birthday money to the headquarters in Memphis when you met there to celebrate his birthday. I mean, when you met there. And when I looked at those children yesterday on the campus running down those hills in uniforms, well, I went to school over 60 years ago. God bless the pioneers of the Church of God in Christ. There's nobody in the world as sweet as the saints. I say saints. Let's all say saints. Let's all say saints. And I'm not doing you no favor. You're doing me a favor to allow me the opportunity to serve you. And let us all remember that. Well, none of us so great. We can say we made this. God's church made all of us. I said a moment ago before I go into a brief message. Think about from a little boy, 7 years old, going to our national convocations. When there was baby Jones, James of California, singing Arizona Dream on the piano, ringing out songs. Not one choral group in the church. Then came along F. W. McGee, and he began to record and sing and become one of the first recording artists religious in America. Rosella Tharpe, singing until the power of God with that guitar. No choir. Then I move on down a little farther. Which is then the desire to get a national choir, some type of choir to sing on Mason Day. And Sister Deborah Mason Patterson and Mattie Wigley. They were not named by Bishop Patterson or Bishop Mason. I named them. I'm talking about history now. Then follow them, Anna Crockett Ford worked with them a while. And then following that group, are y'all listening? And they said a small group, but the power of God was in the church. The glory of God was there. Are y'all listening? And then when Bishop Patterson was chosen to be the leader, we got together. He didn't do it on his own. A group of us got together and discussed who would be the outstanding person to carry us to that next round. And the next person was selected was Mattie Moss Clark. So you understand? That was the way it built up. And when I become presiding bishop, it was mine to move her or leave her. It was in my authority. Nobody scared me to keep her there. I said, that's the one going to be there. And she'll be there till she dies. Do the family understand? Do y'all understand that? Sometimes you got a group around here trying to plant little seeds of these things. But you don't know I ain't scared of the devil. I think y'all know people I'm gonna picture. I believe when God called you to lead, do what God said to do. Y'all looking just as funny. Well, what the music department gonna do? We got an ex-school teacher retired. We got Mattie Wigley still living. We got another young lady, a movie star in the Los Angeles. What is her name? Those three will carry on until the young boy with me. Where's Sister Whitney? Stand Sister Whitney. Where's she at? Stand up, Mattie Moss. Mattie Wigley. Raise your hand high. Governor of California, the rest of y'all work with me until you get full orders from headquarters. Now, and give a big hand, everybody. Church of God in Christ don't stop. So it's going to keep them. But I'm telling you now, I don't never want no ordained preacher over the choir. I believe a preacher ought to go on and preach. You ought to lead soul after labors to work. I want y'all here to find me a good young man. You ladies will have the Spirit will work with you. And when they go to really call the preacher, let's move him out. I'm tired of everything. Got to be with the bishop, or got to be with the general board, or got to be with somebody with national. We got some of the greatest recorders in the whole world. And still out in the woods, you ain't never heard it. We want to reach and get them. I travel this country down in Mississippi in the swamp and in the woods. Go sometime way in the small storefronts. All the way Bishop Owens and Bishop Allison now was way up on the west coast of the year. Way out there. Idaho, all up in there. And get sometime 8 to 10 Church of God in Christ children together with and see them play music. And you said that's the best choir in Chicago to Troy or here. And get way out in the woods and get some people come sing till the hair stand on your head that you ain't never met. Let's raise our hands in the Church of God in Christ. And it's on the move. And you ain't seen nothing yet. My God, the greatest singers in the world is in the Church of God in Christ. Now, who would like to get to be a part of it? But you know why? The seed was planted. The seed was planted by Bishop Mason, Brother Lizzie Robinson. And then others began to develop it. And then there came along a follow-up. Paul planted. Apollos watered. But God did the increase. Don't forget the day of Paul. Don't forget the day of the beginning. But don't forget the day of the water. Along came a Mattie Moss. Began to water the tender plants and those that was growing. And now we are everywhere. Who wouldn't like to try to come along and steal you out here now? Go where you want to go, but once the mark of the Church of God in Christ is on you, you don't never lose it. Raise your hands to the Church of God in Christ. Say it again, the Church of God in Christ. I'm glad I'm in here. This is one of my messages everywhere I go. One portion verse I'm going to read. And some of you are talking about you looking for opportunity.